What's up, everybody? This is Fitty.
And I'm Izzy.
And this is How We Talk
Podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
And who do we have here today?
Today we have Desiree and Danielle. Danielle?
Yes.
Or
Danny.
Danny. What do you
Danny's
go by?
fine. Danny?
Danny,
The most, yeah.
Okay. I was.
Wait, you go by Danny the most? Why Danny the most?
No, actually I go by
'Cause
Danny
she's
the
the mostest.
unicorn.
Yeah,
Danny,
yeah.
that's right.
That was
The
next-
fit
Danny
unicorn.
Yeah. That's the
Can't forget
Instagram
that.
handle.
Yeah.
It's actually your handle, right?
It
Danny
is.
underscore
Danny Fit Unicorn.
Yeah.
Very cool. And what do you go by, Des?
Des.
Is it Desiree or Desiree?
Desiree.
Okay.
So
Wait,
if you
how's it
spell it
spelled?
out,
That's such a thing.
Desiree, but there's an accent over the last E.
That makes it that.
Yes, that makes it A.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
That's
So
such
it's
a
Desiree.
that's a thing.
It is. No, it is.
Yeah.
With Des, well, you know, my sister-in-law.
I've known many Desirees or Desirees.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
No. I mean, the argument is the same. It's always the same
argument
argument.
is the
It's Desiree.
No, and I work with a Desiree.
Yeah.
And when we met each other, I was like, what do you go by? And she said,
Yeah,
she
that
said,
looks
yeah.
cute.
And she said Desiree. And
Yeah.
I said, okay, I'm Desiree. So we don't get confused.
Yeah.
Like no one else.
My go-to, Des.
There you go.
yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Not Desi,
Sweet
though.
and simple.
No.
No
You can't do
Desi.
Desi. No.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people don't like the E at the end of their names. You know,
True. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Vince. You know, he likes it when they call him Vinny. But there's some people, like I've known Vinces before, other Vinces. That sounded weird. And I said Vinny. They don't like it.
I feel
Don't
like
like
with
it.
guys, it makes it sound like you're talking to a kid.
I could, yeah,
Unless you go by
yeah.
Izzy.
or
Or
Fitty.
Fitty.
I know.
See,
You know what?
we don't go by that anymore. It's just for the show.
It's just for the show.
like when
It
we were
really
younger.
is.
Yeah, that's why.
Because I
It
think it's
really
weird
is.
when adult men introduce themselves like, I'm Mikey.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
your help?
Or it's like, I'm Tommy.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, no,
Yep.
go by Tom.
Thank you.
Sorry if anyone's like Mikey, but still.
Yeah. You know what? Let's calm me down.
Count 5, 4, 3.
This is
2,
Fidel,
and I'm Israel.
and this is How We Talk.
Podcast.
That's right.
Yes.
Hey, new show.
New show.
New
And
year,
it's
right?
Danielle
New year.
and Desiree.
You're so right, though. You're so right. And so are you. I only do it for the show. And,
Yeah.
and you know why? One time we were trying to come up with like an intro, and it just kind of flowed.
Yeah.
And we just
Fitty and
kind of
Izzy?
yeah.
Because we
just-
started off saying Fidel, right?
Yeah.
Fidel and Israel.
Yeah.
And
But
then
you're
just-
right. It is. It makes me feel like little when someone calls me Izzy or
Not
Iz
like
even.
little, but it's just
No,
like
it makes
a
me feel
child.
little. Yeah. I'm like, no.
I'm a grown
used-
man.
I think for the podcast though, like it's
goes
cute.
with
It
it,
vibes
yeah.
better.
Yeah, we're going for
You can
cute,
keep it
but
cute.
yeah.
It's
It's
cute.
very,
I get
Fitty
it.
and Izzy's very masculine. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
not cute.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it. Shoot.
These,
So
these
welcome-
sleeves are going to rip
Hi.
out.
You should have worn
So
tank
let's talk about how you guys came in with t-shirts and then all of a sudden,
Just flexing
Yeah.
on you in many ways.
right.
I know. That's why I wore a jacket because I knew exactly who was coming. Like, my muscles are not that big.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks for flattering us. though.
So welcome.
Thank you for having
Thanks for
us.
coming on. Thanks for coming on. Like we said, I don't know if we mentioned it on here or off air, but I know Des, and then through Des I met Danny.
Right.
And it's funny because you were introduced. Well, the first time I saw you, you were introduced as a unicorn. I was like, wow, her name's Unicorn.
Wait, they introduced you to it as unicorn or on
They
Instagram?
didn't introduce me.
Oh,
I just
okay.
heard
Oh.
Ava.
Oh,
Yvette
she
said,
did?
Yvette said, oh, Unicorn's here. Unicorn's on her way. And I was like, do they know somebody named
Wait, so
Unicorn?
when did you guys meet?
How
at Ava's
cute.
birthday party?
No,
Or-
before that when
Well,
I
I
got
did the
the shirts
shirts,
for Ava's birthday
But
party.
if,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So that was the first time you guys met.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When she picked up the shirts. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So
So do you go by unicorn or is that just how she referred you to as
That's
unicorn?
just she calls me like their unicorn.
Oh, okay.
What's
Ah,
the
you
hair? It was
know
the
what?
It's the
hair.
hair because
The
like
one
my
in
hair's purple and then
so it's not the whole myth reason. Like a unicorn is rare.
The
I
rare.
am rare.
Yeah.
What
I
are
know,
you
but
talking about?
she's
Oh.
saying
She's
they
like
call-
a
they
mythical
call her-
creature.
Yeah.
Like you guys called her your unicorn, like because unicorns are rare to catch.
think of when it came up. When it came up was when you were on prep last time, and you had like the purple and pink hair, and we just started
I
calling
don't
you
know.
unicorn.
Yeah, just
that your
'cause of
handle?
the hair.
Was it your
At the
handle
time,
now?
it wasn't. No, because that's when Andrew and I, my fiance, we had a shared Instagram.
Oh,
So it was
okay.
like
About
Danny
that.
and Drew Fitness.
Yeah.
But then he was like, babe, just take it over. Like he wasn't really using it.
Yeah.
And so then we changed it to Danny Fit Unicorn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, let me ask you, why did you guys have a shared Instagram?
Because I didn't have an Instagram and then he had one and he was like, oh, let's make like a combined one with our fitness stuff and our workouts, and so we did.
Yeah.
So he just was like, "Oh, I'll just turn mine into ours," and then I started using it more than him, and he was just like, "Oh, just babe, take it over." Like once I was like really, I don't know, more in doing more shows and stuff, and he was just like, "Here, just take it," and I was like, "Okay."
Or
So
was
that
it
like, on
because
mine.
we were constantly messaging on Instagram and he got tired of seeing them all?
Well, him and his
That too.
his best friends message each other on Instagram.
Do you still get any like old feedback from when he had it?
No,
Like old messages?
and it's funny because it's like all of like his friends.
You know, I was dancing around those words, right? I said feedback. I didn't want to.
He means like it's anyone else sliding in the DMs thinking.
Oh no! Everybody all knows that it's mine.
Okay.
Even like,
I knew what you were
his
getting
whole
to.
family is like on his Instagram,
It's that
and
Saved
so
by the
they
Bell
even
thing
know
you got.
that it's like mine. Like his uncles, his Nino.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There you go.
Very cool. Very cool. Is he doing bodybuilding stuff, or is just kind of?
He is the one that actually got me into competing. So he had done one show prior to us meeting. And then when him and I met, we actually met at the gym. And then I had told him that I'd always wanted to, but I loved food too much, so I wouldn't ever do it. And then he had kind of told me, well, if you do one, I'll do it with you. And so right away, I'm a very competitive person. So I was like, all right. Like,
Accepting the
I took
challenge,
it as
let's
like,
go.
okay, like, let's go, let's do this. And so we did one together, and since then he's stopped. He still works out, loves working out, is in the gym every single day. But since then I've done 3 more, so for a total of 4.
Competitions?
You're fresh off a competition.
I've done
right?
4. Yeah, I just competed May 4th down in San Diego, and then I'm in prep again for another one September 7th in Culver City.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
And that's when you guys try to lean up, or was it lean up or lean out?
Lean out.
out.
Lean out.
Lean out.
You get that less body fat.
Yeah.
Up would be bad. That's us when we lean up.
Is that
So yeah, you go. What's the lowest body fat percentage that you've had?
For myself,
For yourself.
personally, I
Can
think
you
I
ask a
hit.
girl that?
I think so.
that's
Especially a
fine. Okay.
I'm
competitor.
asking you, how
Yeah.
old are you guys?
No.
36.
I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I think a girl, someone that's in fitness and it's competitive.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah,
ask
it's
like
different.
Yeah.
weight, because there's weight.
You're
There's
not walking
There's
down the
weight.
street
Is
going
it-
like,
Yeah.
"Shh, hey, what's your body fat
Yeah.
percentage?
right.
Like for the shows, they don't really. You
don't
only
check
are
it.
concerned about your weight and body fat from your coach. On the show, like in order for competing, they're just concerned about your height.
Okay.
That's about it. But typically, if the lower you are in body fat, the lower you are in weight, the leaner you're going to be on stage, and so
The better you look.
exactly.
Everything will show better.
So you don't ever monitor your own body fat, or your
I
coach?
think my first show, I dropped to 14% body fat, but like even that's still kind of high. The pros dropped to like 7%.
Wow.
Women dropped
Yeah.
down to
Wow.
7% body fat.
Because I've seen some like videos of people when they're right before competition and
Oh,
they
and
just
they're like
lift
their
up their
skin?
skin, dude, and they just let go. Have you seen that?
No.
Or they just lift it up, or they stretch it and you see all muscle, the definition, and then just
Yeah.
stretch it right back. That's like
It's crazy.
nothing, dude.
I wonder what I'm at.
Probably like
We should
48.
go.
Go to NutriShop.
Go.
Probably like
NutriShop, we do it
48.
for free.
I what?
NutriShop.
NutriShop?
Oh, really?
NutriShop Glendora.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Go and you get your whole in-body
like
test
the
done.
Someone's mentioned NutriShop Glendora yesterday.
Yesterday they did the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. We're local too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I go in every 2 weeks, get my weight done,
Yeah.
check my muscle mass, my body fat.
I'm not just mentioning them because I'm a sponsored athlete.
Well, I'm not one,
Wink,
and
wink.
I still mention them.
So
Not
you're-
yet.
So you're fresh off a competition.
Yes.
And you're hoping to get into
And
it?
she's trying to convince you to do it.
Oh no, there's no convincing. It's just a matter of when at this point.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
would say
What's
that.
your biggest holdback on it? Why have you decided to let's do it?
So I saw something recently, like on Instagram. It says, "Oh, is it like I think Kristen reposted it of like a motivation is realizing your bikini can fit into a sandwich bag."
Oh.
Like, that's not much covering you
Yeah.
under lights.
Yeah.
And my whole thing was going through this whole process was it's just being judged.
Yeah.
Of they don't know anything about me. They don't know like the work I put in. Like none of that matters. You're just standing there and they're rating you.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it was to me.
They're judging you.
They're judging
Mm-hmm.
you. But now I'm like, you know what? Let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it'd be. because I mean, I know my bathing suit fits in a sandwich bag, but that's a whole other story.
Your dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, my tarantaras. But I think I would be.
Did you picture it?
No, I thought of another joke.
I think it'd be hard for me to accept that too. Yeah, someone judging you. But then I think I'm sorry. Once you get your free boom. Once you get that into your head that it's a competition and you're either gonna win or you're gonna lose.
And I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not gonna do it just for fun or just for the experience.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna do it, and
you're gonna go hard on the paint.
Yeah. I want to, and I think we have different backgrounds going into it, so it's all very different.
Yeah.
It's a different experience, a different approach going into it.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And for someone like you've done 3
I've
competitions?
done 4.
Oh, 4.
I just did my 4th one earlier this month.
May 4th.
Yeah.
And how's it compared your first one to this last one? As far as like
my physique?
Mentality.
Oh.
You're ahead of the game, right? Trying to convince yourself into it.
There's like no convincing. Like even like my coach has even pointed out that even since my last show, like 2-3 weeks ago, I'm in a completely different headspace now too. And he notices it, like just mentally, I'm a lot stronger. It's all mental. Prep is all mental. Mm-hmm. And I look at it, him and I actually had dinner on Sunday, and he even told me, you don't look at prep as just an athlete, which is great. He's like, you can see it from all different points of perspectives. Like you just don't have that athlete view. And I think that helps me. I think what also helps me is that I'm a therapist. So that may also help a little bit too. But it's all mental, and I don't know. It's fun. Yeah. I think it's fun. It's challenging. Just like what Des said, like she's competitive, I'm competitive too. And it's like that competition with myself, and I get to feed that. And to me, that's like a great feeling.
Yeah. Like I get excited to check in with my coach. Mm-hmm. Like I was telling someone recently, and I was like, oh my God, tomorrow's Saturday, I get to check in, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, dude, that's weird. Like not everyone's like that. Some people dread sending pictures of themselves and their weights and seeing what they're going to have to eat this week. Like we're constantly texting, and I have another girlfriend who competes as well, and we're constantly texting of, oh my God, what do your meal plans look like? What do your workouts look like? And we get it's exciting. Yeah.
Like we text each other on Fridays, like check-ins are tomorrow.
Oh
like
God,
I get a
check-in day.
Yeah,
like what did they say? What do you eat? What we'll send pictures of our food,
of our progress pictures.
Yeah, we have like a shared album of like our own progress pictures.
How thick and tight.
Yeah, and like gym selfies of like, hey, this is our check-in today, and it's fun. It's exciting.
Yeah, and your coach is Fernando.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Olympia 66. Yeah. So we've had him on the show.
He's my current coach right now. I'm my wife.
Is he really?
Yeah, we're both on the
total
transformation right now.
He did my bulk.
He did yours?
Yeah. So I've worked with him.
So how long have you been working with him right now?
Well, I did one. When did we do our first one? Remember that was like 4 months ago.
Yeah,
maybe like 4 or 5 months ago we did it, and then I lost a good amount of weight, but then
he had a baby.
His
wife had a baby.
Good excuse. My wife had a baby. Yeah, I did too. I felt the pains.
Oh, and I got
sure. And I got the cravings.
You got the cravings. Yeah. That's about it.
But so I'm gonna do it again, and then I did the total transformation. The other one I think I did 8 weeks, and this one I'm doing at 12.
That's awesome.
That's nice.
So same thing.
How does your wife like it?
It's a lot harder for her because she's breastfeeding, so her foods are a little bit different than mine, and then of course she's dealing with the baby, so she's she's like this, and I should be helping a lot more, and I will, but
he will.
I will, but it's challenging for her, try to maintain all that, the household and cooking, because it's meal prepping is not just like to me I don't think it's that easy. You guys might think it's like cake work, right? Sundays,
no. I think it depends on how
cake work
your
is a bad
approach
name
to
for
it.
prepping, bro.
I think it's your approach to it, like how you could really make it difficult, or you can make it a lot easier for yourself. What your meal plans are, it all just depends.
Yeah,
sriracha.
Yeah, it doesn't take that. Sauce. Well, for myself, it doesn't take that long.
Nuh-uh.
And what has helped a lot is an air fryer. Oh, that is magic.
An air fryer and an Instapot are my two favorite things I have purchased.
Just throw everything in there and then walk away when you come back.
Like the whole thing from Costco of chicken, like 3 pounds. I throw all of the chicken with just like a quarter cup of water in the Instant Pot, and then you take it out and it's just plain chicken. You just shred it and you put whatever sauce or whatever vegetable you want with it. Air fryer, same thing. I throw in like maybe 8 to 10 fillets of fish, like from Costco, pop it in there for 10 minutes, and then they're all done. I throw my vegetables in there. See, it depends on how easy and how difficult you want it.
Because I can get everything done in like 2 hours for the week.
It takes me like 6 hours.
What the heck?
For 3 days.
Oh, well, also it depends on how much food you're eating.
A lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
So it depends on how much food you're eating.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I need to take notes.
Instant Pot and an air fryer.
Definitely.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And some good music.
Definitely.
Some good music.
Yeah.
Some Jonas
or
Brothers.
Netflix.
How did you guys meet?
At the gym. What was that?
No,
did she make
when
a
he
face?
said Jonas Brothers, I totally rolled my eyes.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what did you do?
We met at the gym.
At the gym.
Yeah,
at the gym.
All of my like great friendships have been starting off at.
And now we're best
Yeah, well, you guys are there every day. Pretty much, right?
did. We met there, and you started talking to my sister first. Her and Yvette met first.
Oh, okay.
Yvette's my younger sister, and Israel knows her. And then we met shortly after.
Yeah, and then we would be there at 4:00 in the morning every day together doing cardio. And then this relationship just kind of formed, and she saw me go through one of my preps. And it was just like the whole time, like, you know, she was there rooting for me, cheering for me, like during cardio, like, oh my God, look at you. Oh my God. And then it got to a point where I asked her, like, can I just like practice my posing routine, like before I leave every morning, like just to get comfortable to do it on the spot. She's like, yeah. And it kind of
I slowly started bringing my phone out and recording her.
Yeah. So that's you.
Yeah.
No, I've always wondered, like, I'm like, well, I see them flexing, but who's recording? You know, like, who just
oh
get
no,
a random...
I wish I had a workout partner to sometimes record me, because I've had people, like, I go at the same time. I go at 4 a.m. every day, so I see the same people, and sometimes people come to me like, oh my God, your back looks really nice, or oh my God, this looks nice. And I tell them, don't be shy, go ahead and record me and just send it to me, because it's hard getting those angles.
Yeah, that's cool.
Were you guys always into fitness, or is that something new?
I always have been. I first started working out when I graduated high school. My first job was at 24 Hour Fitness. So that's when I started working out. But after that, I get bored real easily. So then I went to CrossFit. I started doing CrossFit. I felt like I conquered CrossFit. Did that, became a coach, competed. Then I have back issues, so I had to stop. Then I went back just to bodybuilding. And then I met Andrew. And then it went from there into taking my bodybuilding even more seriously. Yeah. For the past 2 years.
Wow.
2-3 years.
That's a good time, you know, for working out. That's a
And like even before that, I was always into sports. I did cheer, I did dance, I did soccer, I did softball, I did basketball, everything. So karate, like.
So just always athletic, always.
Yeah. Thanks to my mama.
Yeah.
Thanks to her.
That's good.
Always putting me
That's
stuff.
how we are completely different.
How did you get into it?
So I don't know if you know, but my heaviest, I was 240 pounds. I was a big girl. Yeah. I didn't grow up into sports. I wasn't athletic. I hated all of that. We just didn't do it. We went to church growing up. Like me and my sisters, we hung out with family. We didn't play sports. I got into working out with my ex-husband. I used to call the weights the intimidating section, and I never went. I would do cycling once in a while.
Cardio bunny.
Yep, cycling with my younger sister. We would just drink like an energy drink and a granola bar and thought that was nutrition. And then wonder why we weren't losing weight, but always like super shaky and like sweaty all the time. Then we heard about CrossFit, same thing. I heard about CrossFit, and then I got more into the Olympic lifting part of it.
Oh, wow.
So I liked a barbell. I liked lifting heavy weights. I liked moving stuff around because I was big and I didn't want to jump on a box. I was like, I'm not going to do a pull-up. I can't do all of that stuff. So I got into weightlifting that way, and I just liked the way it made me feel. Like I felt strong. I felt capable and able, and seeing women with muscles, I was like, oh heck yeah, like this is awesome, like they're freaking jacked. And then I separated from my husband, and I just wanted to do something for me. I wanted to like just make myself happy and just be the healthiest person. And I started working out at a separate gym. I didn't do CrossFit. I was just like, let's try this whole bodybuilding, isolated,
Start
global
getting
bro gym stuff. Like, let's do this bro gym stuff and see how I feel. Started doing that and counting macros on my own, and I lost about 70 pounds on my own. And then I somehow found Fernando on Instagram. I don't know how that even happened. Like, I was trying to think about it, like, how did I find him? I don't know how that happened. I found him somehow. And I was like kind of just trolling on his Instagram page for a while and like just looking at his pictures and his clients. And then I was like, you know what? What do you have to lose? Yeah. Just do it. Yeah. So I messaged him and was just like, I want to go for it. Like, let's do this. I started with him just sending me workouts, and I was still doing my own macros, and I wasn't seeing a big difference. And
What's macros?
What was that?
What's
macros? Sorry. It's you count your calories, protein, fat, and carbs. So it's basically you're given allowance for the day, and then it's up to you to decide how you want to use them. So if I wanted to eat ice cream for breakfast and it fit within my calories and protein, I could eat ice cream, but then the rest of my day I'm eating egg whites and spinach.
That's like the Jenny Craig, right? Isn't Jenny
Not
Craig?
at all.
Don't they do that?
No idea.
No, it's just you
I
eat
thought
real.
they count like their point. Don't they get like
There's
points?
There's certain ones they do that,
Oh, okay.
but this is just straight calories, protein, fat, no points. Excuse me. And then, I was just like, I want to push myself. I want to see what I'm capable of. And so I told Fernando when my first 12 weeks was over, like, I want all in. Just give it all to me. So that was August of last year. And then I've just been back to back with him.
So
I took like 3 weeks off around my birthday. Yeah. And then I gained probably like 10 pounds within that time. But it was a lot of birthday celebrations. And I was feeling
you gained 3 weeks.
Good.
It's easy to gain 10 pounds, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling good. I was having fun.
For like 3 days of those celebrations.
I mean, but I could, but then I got back onto it during the holidays, and I was like a Mexican. That's hard.
I didn't get to eat a tamale.
We made tamales,
and she invited me over to her house. We did not make house, and we didn't get to eat one.
We didn't make tamales.
What did you make them for?
I made pozole. It's because it's a family tradition.
Yeah.
It's a family tradition. We have to make tamales. Yeah. So I made tamales with my whole family. She came over. I made a huge pot of pozole for the whole family. Didn't eat it.
Oh, wow.
We were there with our water bottles and our prepped food.
And our prepped food,
Dedication.
I mean, he's seen me too.
She's
like
very
at family
dedicated.
parties.
She's very parties. She has her meal.
He came on a week. I was eating boiled chicken and asparagus with no seasoning at my niece's birthday, because that's what my coach told me to eat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What my coach tells me to do, I do. I don't mess around. So no winking, no wink. You could look at my pictures. There's no winking. But I just have been with him since August of last year, and it's been just one after the other.
Is it online only, or are you now?
I've only done online with him.
Really?
I've never had a personal training session with him. I don't know how I would do with personal training, just because I'm the type of person, he'll, like, you know how it is. He sends a text. I put it in I track everything. I put it in a spreadsheet. I log every single workout I do, every single weight I use, how I felt, what my meal plan was that day. Like, I track it all. Yeah. And then, I don't know how it would be if someone was there just like, okay, now do this. Yeah. I think it would be cool. It would be really nice if I can get a workout in with him once. Yeah. But just
come on, Fernando.
But I train at 4 a.m. And it doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah. We tried, when I was working with Fernando for my bulk, we tried scheduling something for all three of us to work out together, and just how our schedules are. Like, his schedule's way different from us. Yeah. We were used to working out early in the morning, so it just never matched.
Yeah.
You guys work out so early because of work, or just, okay, it is work? Or is it just you guys just prefer?
You go to the gym in the evening. Have you gone to the gym in the evening?
It's crazy.
It's insane. I mean, now I go both because I do cardio twice a day. But I think I've just become accustomed to it. It's initially, for me, started off as I was embarrassed to lift weights and do certain things in the evening around a lot of people. So I would go in the morning.
She doesn't want to get judged.
Yeah, exactly, because I judge people. I'm not gonna lie.
I do. Well, when I was on Nando's thing, it was the same thing. I never lifted weights. Yeah. I never went to the gym. Cool. And it was like, this is serious. He gave me the list of things to do. I'm like, what is this? YouTube University.
Yeah.
And I had to YouTube
but I mean,
a lot of the,
I'm fortunate enough where at the time I start with Fernando, I had already been working out. So I knew what to do. I knew what certain movements were.
Yeah.
I knew how to do things properly. And then when my sister started, it was with Yvette, my sister. She could only go early in the morning because she had a daughter. She has a daughter. And that she couldn't like leave her in the evenings. So it was easier for her to work out in the mornings. And I am a great sister, and I woke up early and I would go to the gym with her and I would help her out. Yeah. And then it just stuck, and now it's just something I'm used to.
Yeah, that's true too. That's one thing I never did was go to the gym early. And then it was in my routine. You know, I get up for work at 4 a.m. Right. I'd go do, 45 minutes there and then just jet off to work. Yeah.
But imagine if I didn't go in the morning, this wouldn't be happening. We wouldn't be together.
That's true.
Yeah.
Really?
So everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
We met at the gym at early morning workouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Go ahead. What's your long-term goal with it?
With my fitness? To stay fit.
To stay, is that?
It's a lifestyle, man.
It's a lifestyle. I say, it's not prep, it's a lifestyle. I'm competing now because I can. But I know, once I get closer to getting married, that's going to have to stop because all my focus is going to have to be on my marriage. So I know I'm doing this one in September. I may possibly do one in October, and then I'm going to have to put, the brakes on and then just maintain till my wedding. But after my wedding, who knows? Even my fiance told me last night, I know you're not going to be done. I love it. I can't even I can't even put it into words just how much I love competing. Yeah. And, it's not that I've won so many trophies or won first or I'm trying to be pro or something, because I'm not. I have my career already. I'm a therapist. That's what I plan on doing for the rest of my life. But it's just something that I enjoy, that I do for myself. Yeah. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel strong. Coming from a girl who, way back when I used to have really big self-esteem issues and be very body conscious and, wouldn't want to show my stomach, wouldn't want to show, certain areas. And now I'm like, all right, let me step on the stage with my heels and my bikini and let's do it. Yeah. So it's I would say very empowering.
It is.
Where's your excitement from? And the reason why I asked that is we had Roxana on not so long ago, and her episode just dropped. She said that she performs to express or impress. So do you go on stage to impress? Obviously to impress, because you have to impress the judges, but for yourself, is it to impress or to express? So do you like the crowd reaction, or do you just do it entirely for yourself?
For myself. Me, going up on stage is a win. Me being able to go through prep and see where I started from and where my final package is, meaning my physique, where I'm at, that's a win for me. And I'm going to show it for me. I love being on that stage. I love being able to work it. Yeah. Do my posing routine and know I worked hard for this body and this is it and this is for me. I don't do it for anybody else.
Yeah. I think it's different because Roxana's a performer.
Right.
She's a singer, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so she's a performer and she does it for the crowd.
But I mean, in a competition, you are trying to impress judges, right?
I am. Yeah, totally. Yeah, make eye contact, give them a little wink. But ultimately, the whole process, it's all for me. Yeah. I'm only doing it for me.
The full, like you said, the full package.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like seeing your pictures, and I had another buddy that was actually that same event the event that you guys just went to in Long Beach.
In Culver City. That was our girlfriend Sarah Beamer's first figure show.
Right. So even my other buddy, he had a buddy that was competing too, and it was cool to see different ages. That's why I asked you your long term, because you guys are still young, and in his pictures the dude was older and everything. And I thought that was cool.
There was a man that competed in that show this past Saturday. I think he was in his 70s or late 60s.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah.
Foxing and flexing.
Yeah, seriously.
Foxing,
yeah, and there was teens too. There's teens.
They have a teen
boys,
division.
Yeah. Well, do they really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Which is funny because we were talking on the way up is if I when I do compete, I'm considered masters because I'm older than 35.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So
what is masters? It's just an older.
It depends on the federation, but
like it starts at
35 and goes up.
Yeah, and see, another thing I didn't even know, and Yvette told me, was that there was strictly like a bikini contest, right? And then there's like other
figure.
There's different categories.
Different categories. There we go. Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought it was all one thing. You know, you bodybuild and then you go flex.
Yeah, there's more categories for males, but there's different categories for women, and they look for different things in regards to the different categories. The swimsuits will be different, like what you wear. Your posing will be different. The size of your muscle will be different. What they look for, if they want the muscle definition or not. How lean exactly you get. It all varies depending on the category.
Do they have couples competitions?
No.
Well, you guys want to go? You guys want to go?
Couple of podcasters.
Oh, see what you did there.
Are there any struggles like along the way, getting to where you're trying to get to?
I think there can be if you are not mentally in check and if you don't have the right support system. Yes. People a lot of the times don't understand. They don't understand why you are choosing to eat a certain way, why you're choosing to not go out and drink.
Why can't you just have one bite, just one drink?
But it's just one, just this one time. You know, even sometimes people's families don't understand, and they'll still, say, "Come on, but it's for your brother, it's for your sister, whatever it may be. Like your grandma's trying to feed you. How you can tell grandma no?"
Right.
Yeah. So I think that can be a struggle. Luckily for me, for my first 3 preps, I lived with my mom, and she's extremely supportive, and she went so as far as not having any food that I couldn't eat in the house.
Oh, wow.
She would eat the exact same thing that I would eat, maybe a different quantity, and then she would only eat other foods that I couldn't eat, like steak. On nights when I wasn't home or when I was in school, on those nights, because I'd get home late. Yeah. And so she wouldn't bring it around me because she wanted to make it as easy for me as possible. Yeah. So without her, I don't think I would have been as successful for my first prep. So thank you, Mommy. I love you.
And I live by myself. So I think it's a good thing and a bad thing, because it's a good thing. Whatever comes in the house, it's up to me. Like, I can't blame a boyfriend, a husband, the kids, or anything else. It's just me. But then also, I don't have anyone looking at me going, "Are you sure?" So it's really for me, it's holding myself accountable. And she hit it hard, is you have to have that support system. And seeing her on her prep when we met was really eye-opening for me, because people I had seen prior to meeting her on prep, they just portrayed this really bad image of, I can't have a social life, I can't do anything, I hate life, I hate this, I'm always in a bad mood, and we don't talk to her today, or she's not talking to anyone, don't talk to him because she or he is on prep. And I was like, why would you want to do this to yourself? This sounds horrible. Why? And I remember doing, one of my girlfriends, she was on prep for her first figure competition. This was before, I think it was around the time we had met. And we planned a Palm Springs trip. And so I was like, you know what? We can be supportive. We can do stuff while you're dieting or whatever it is, and still be on, and still have fun. So we went to Palm Springs. We all had our own meals. We all had ice chests. We were all sipping out of waters, coffee, in support of her. And she even told us, she's like, this made a huge difference to know that we can do this. And we were already in swimsuits, and we're like, let's see you pose, let's see your walk, let's see you do this. And it did help her out a lot. That's cool. So going through that, and then seeing her actually being happy and enjoying it, I was like, you know what, it's not too bad. But I think the biggest struggle is it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing, and it's parties of hearing family members oh, do this, or oh, have that, or it's okay, it's fine, you already checked in today, you have a whole week to burn it off. And I'm like, no, but you don't realize all of this hard work, and then really is that really going to be worth it? Probably not. but it's a lot of it's mental.
Yeah.
So it's your support structure.
Sounds like that's the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Is that, you know?
And then people think, like, kind of like what Des said, they think that they can't have a social life. It's like, I've gone to Dodger games on prep. I bring my own food. I go to Disneyland with my mama. I love you,
Bring
mama.
your own food.
On prep, and I bring my own food. You can practically take your own food anywhere. And it's you telling yourself you can't do things when you can do everything. And how I personally feel is no food, what you eat and what you drink shouldn't make an experience. The experience should be made by your environment and who you're with.
Like we celebrated her birthday without drinking, without like crazy indulgent food. Like we went, like people think, oh, you have to go to a bar, you have to go to a restaurant, you have to do this and you have to do that. It's not like that at all. Like
she took me roller skating.
We went roller skating for her birthday. We went roller skating. We had we had our meals beforehand. We had meals afterwards. Sang happy birthday with the cake and her rice or whatever.
Or the candle. Candle in my food.
Yeah. So like it's what you make of it. And you can have a social life. And like I'll go out with my sister and I just bring my food with me. Like people know like, oh, there's Des in her purse and her lunch bag. He'll sees me running around church with my lunch bag microwaving my food and eating in between services. And people at church, like everyone knows, like it's okay. Oh, there's donuts. It's okay. Des has her food. Yeah. Oh, Des, there's coffee. There's water. There's like, can you have this? Yeah. Yeah. And like all the kids, my nieces and nephews know. Like the younger one, Ava, she knows. Like we went out and she actually went out for dinner one time after one of her dance competitions, and she was like, did you bring your food with you, Nina? And I'm like, I did. She goes, I'm sure they'll microwave it for you if you ask them. And I said, you know what? Let's try. So I asked and they warmed it up. And it was fine. And I sat there with my prepped meals or Shell gas stations and 7-Elevens. They are, people don't realize all you have to do is ask.
Just ask,
I walk in and I'm like, look for a microwave, or I'll ask them if they don't see it out and they'll take it. Most places, they'll warm it up for you.
Yeah. That was my biggest thing when I was doing the meal prepping the first time around with Fernando. It was like I was eating my all my meals cold. Like chicken, the vegetables, the rice was cold. And,
I mean, sometimes rice. I will, but it doesn't hurt to ask.
No, that's exactly what I was like. You know what? Let me just ask. And now I'm easy. I go to car dealerships and I'm just like, hey, let me use your microwave and go in there 2 minutes, wash my hands, come out, ready to go.
When you're on prep, the key things to know about are where you can get a microwave at and where you can get a bathroom. Yeah. You're going to be peeing a lot.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I remember when
Side of the road.
When I was doing it.
Oh yeah, it's a little different for us.
I started sweating like profusely, like I could.
That's right. You did tell me that. Yeah.
When I was doing prep, when I was
really,
because I set a really high goal, and my initial way into my goal was a lot, and I just started dropping like fast, and then I would just stand there. I'm like, oh shoot, I got sweat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Everywhere. It was crazy.
Do you know why that happened?
No.
Because your metabolism was speeding up.
Is that why?
Mm-hmm.
Is that good?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's how you
burn more fat. You want your
metabolism always wants to be up and running.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes, my coach and I, we were actually just talking about it. Christian Herrera, Mr. C Shadows on Instagram. That there was a time when he was dieting really, really hard. And when he would eat, he would just start sweating because his metabolism was just up so high.
Yeah.
But and it happens to me too. And I was like, okay, I'm
eating.
Okay, that's okay. I'm burning fat while I'm eating.
I was like, I've never felt this before. Like,
oh my gosh!
Everywhere, And I was like, whoa, this is weird, but it was cool. I did my thing, but whatever. So it sounds like support structure is what is mainly needed.
Key,
is very key. Mm-hmm. So with that in mind, you guys have an event coming up. Right? Is this something that the two of you are planning?
Pretty good.
That was nice.
That was good. It was actually something that I thought up on my own one day.
Wait. So the two of, you thought of it, but the two of you are heading it. This is such an amazing thing. It really is. Mm-hmm. Because just having that support structure, dude, and what you're about to talk about, it's so big. Anyway, go ahead.
I think it was a few weeks before my show, and I was just, everybody backstage in a show like are nice. You meet people from all over because people aren't just local. People come even from other states to compete. And so, let me get your Instagram or let me take your picture. So then everybody's taking pictures with each other's and posting it and stuff. And then it kind of just stays there. You know, the friendship that you made that day, it just stays on social media, it just stays on Instagram or whatever. Yeah. And so I thought, well, what if we could bring that to real life? Mm-hmm. Like, you know, just have a day where every woman...
Hold on, sorry. What is that? Are you hearing that?
It's probably the bottle.
Oh, the bottle.
Probably the bottle.
Very carefully.
That is very weird.
That's all right.
What happened?
It was. Okay. You guys can't hear it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. And so I was like, you know, what if we bring this to real life? Like just one day where we can just get a lot of women bodybuilders all together just to have fun, to hang out, you know, to show support to each other. Like, look at, you're not alone.
Yeah.
Because the support is so key. And it's like, well, let's bring those connections that we made at the shows and through social media to real life. You know, let's grow and foster these relationships and these friendships and grow your support for people who understand, people who have been where you've been or have been where you're going to be at. Mm-hmm. So that's when I thought of this event on June 22nd down in Long Beach. I was like, oh, let's create a meetup. And then that's when I started reaching out to a whole bunch of, I was at a training for work. But on my phone, like the whole time, emailing a whole bunch of different businesses who are involved in the fitness industry, asking for donations, thinking like, you know, would you want to participate? And so right away, I'm a sponsored athlete by Definition Sports Massage and by NutriShop. So I reached out to them right away. They were both in. Nice. I reached out to one of the girls that I met from competing. She does a jewelry line. Limitless Athletics or Aesthetics, excuse me. I reached out to her. She's like, oh yeah, I'll donate something. And so then after a few weeks passed by, then I was like, oh, I got to hang out with Des. And I was like, oh, so I'm kind of spearheading this thing. And I told her about it. And she was like
what?
Oh my God, like this is amazing. Like, let's do it. And so she jumped on board with me.
When she mentioned it was right on the heels. Sounds weird, but of me watching Generation Iron 3. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because I had recently met, her name's Latina Wonder Woman, Stephanie, and we were messaging about, oh my God, I was just watching it too. And we're talking about the lack of female presence on that documentary. They have all of these big name men headlining it. Like all the names you know, and you see them and you just want to watch and you're hooked on it. Like I watched all three of them. I watch it all. I'm into it. And they had maybe 2 to 3 women in the entire documentary that they maybe showed for a total of 10 minutes. And they didn't even get women in other divisions, other categories. Yeah. It was just these 2 physique women, and that was it. And then, okay, now we're going to talk about all of the men and get all of their opinions and just show just like B-roll basically of all of them when they could be showing more women. And like me and Stephanie were talking, we're like, oh my God, like that's kind of messed up. Like, let's make our own documentary. Like we're just joking, we're like throwing stuff around there. And she had posted something and then I reposted it. And then I saw you had posted something and that's, so I was like, wait, what's going on? Like we need to get on this. Like, well, something needs to happen. Like there's a voice needs to be out there. Like we all, like she said, we all meet these people, like meet them, quotes, on social media. And then where do we go? Like we're just a bunch of likes, we're direct messages, we're forward memes, we're like all of this. And you never get to meet these people, even though we're all pretty local. Yeah. And we don't put like a real personality. We don't see them face to face. There's none of that goes on. Yeah. And this would be an amazing opportunity. Like one of the things she tapped on was the meet people that are where you want to be, or meet people where they are. Because if you don't have, we all have goals, but you need to surround yourself with people who can help, not just help you accomplish them, but if you stay with people who are all on the same level, you have nothing to strive for. You need someone there kind of paving the path and being an example. And seeing her compete is like, it's amazing to me. Like I'm not a stage mom because her mom's there too, but I'm there getting shirts made,
stage bestie,
stage best friends. I'm there like super excited. Our friend just had her first show. We saw her go through her prep, and we worked out together during that time, and we were there. Her whole family was there, and it was funny because seeing some of her family, they approached us. They're like, "Are you Desiree? Is that?" We see you on Instagram all the time. Or we've had people like say that, and I've met some of her friends like, oh, we recognized you from Instagram. And I've met like one of my close friends, Stephanie, and we met through Instagram. Like we would just DM each other. Like we joke like, ooh, DMs were successful. Like we met up for a cheat meal, and that's when we met. Like, hey, I get a cheat meal. Oh my God, I want to eat it with you. So we met up for a hamburger. That's cool. Then since then, we message each other, we text, we hang out. She was at the show recently, like she met her, and it's just getting all of these women together, and not just this like things in common, but it's sad to say is there are a lot of women in the gym. There are a lot of women bodybuilding, a lot of women into fitness, but there still are a lot of men who look at it and go, be careful. You don't want to get too big. Or you don't want to get too small. Like you don't want to do too much of this, too much of that. And I read something recently. If someone says you're too much of anything, it's because they're not enough.
Smart.
And it's true.
Yeah.
And when people say, "Oh, you've changed," it's like, "Yeah, I have."
I hope so.
And you
That's
haven't.
the point.
Yeah.
But like, like I'll now see stuff, and I mean, I was guilty of it. I see like when I'm working out, I did shoulders this morning, and I'm looking, I'm like, oh yeah, look at those striations, look at the veins, and I'm like, oh my goodness, is anyone else seeing this? No, because it's 3 a.m. and no one's up at that time. But like we'll send pictures of each other, and like we'll zoom in on like our veins, and like look at how exciting this is.
Or I zoom in on her pictures, and I'm like, look at this.
And like other people probably don't think that's very attractive in some women, but also we're not walking around looking like that all the time. And like it's just we have this whole common thread, and a lot of it's a common mindset. And I would love to pick people's brains on people who have competed already, as someone who wants to compete and someone looking into it. Like, what are your experiences on it? Like, how do you feel? Like, what do you wish someone would have told you when you were in my shoes?
But the event, I want to say it really like my little thought that I had. I seriously had this thought like on a Monday or Tuesday, was still sitting on it. On a Thursday and Friday, I started sending all these messages on Instagram and then following up on emails. And then on Saturday, it turned into this big thing where I already had 12 confirmed different businesses saying, yes, we'll donate to your event. This sounds amazing. So like we got, places like Iconic Protein, Devotion Nutrition, Tanned Creations, Flex and Bites, Definition Sports Massage is going to be there doing demos, Limitless Aesthetics, giving away a piece of jewelry.
Mark Bell Slingshot, they already sent in some stuff for like the raffle stuff.
Toxic Angel Bikinis, the Shoe Fairy,
Tan Creations,
Spudsy Foods. There's a Super Coffee or Super Protein Coffee. I can't even, there's a lot.
So many people
and
willing
I
to
got so many good
so
responses from them, and even other ones like, if like How Sweet to Cheat, oh, if you do this again, let me know, and then I would love to participate, but it's kind of amazing.
Are you guys gonna have speakers that go up there and talk, or is it just just mingle?
It's just like a meet and greet,
and then do raffles with these. And then I also have like some places said they would donate things for the day of the event, like sparkling ice water. They're gonna donate drinks for the day of the event. Iconic Protein sent drinks for the day of the event, as well as a case to raffle off. There's a pizza place, I'm forgetting the name right now, in Long Beach, who said they would donate pizza for the day of the event.
Nice.
Like, so yeah, it's just super casual.
It's just get together. Like it's just basically what it's like, one big play date for a bunch of jacked girls.
Nice.
That's cool. We talk about it all the time, the power of social media.
It's
and
huge.
Just look how that little idea just snowballed.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I think when we initially posted like a rough posting of it, was just a text through Instagram. And one of the guys that I follow, he's local too. He's like, I've been trying to do this, and we're going to do like a very kind of like a janky kind of meetup of it. Like, they were just going to meet up real quick. And he's like, this is huge. Like, this can be huge. And then I was messaging with my niece, my oldest niece, Emily, and she does graphic designing. And I was like, hey, well, it started with her coach was like, if you guys come up with like a flyer, like I could post it, I could repost it.
And he said a legit flyer.
Yeah, like a real good one. Like, he's like, a real good one. I was like, what's a real good one? Like, oh my God, So that's what I was like, oh my God, my niece and nephew, they do web, like Justin, cool. My oldest nephew, Justin, he does, both of them do like web designing and coding, and she's more of the graphic designing end. So I just texted her, and she's a huge supporter. Love the girl. I texted her, was like, hey, this is what we're doing. She's like, oh my God, Tia Des. Just so cute because they're in their 20s and still call me Tia. And she's like, Tia Des, this sounds amazing. Like, just send me stuff you guys are thinking. So we just sent her like a rough image of what we wanted and like a color scheme and some of the details. I was like, just to save the date so we could put it out there. And she sent that back to me like pretty quickly. And we're like, okay, we're posting it. And then gonna get some shirts made soon too. We got to hook up for that.
You know a guy?
We know a guy who also does a podcast that can do it. He's been hooking us up. So that
sponsored by
stuff coming through.
That's good. So cool. Yeah. That's so cool. And I mean, that's the reason why I got you guys on here, because I saw that and I was like, this is gonna be big.
Yeah.
This is gonna be big.
Let's
get our foot and do anything we can to help too, you know.
We appreciate that. Yeah. Like, I really, like, I was so excited about this, even just being able to have this kind of an opportunity. And it just goes to show, like, wow, my little thought sitting on the couch, like on a Monday and Tuesday, like way back when, and now where it's at today.
Because it was like, as soon as you messaged me, like, what about doing the podcast? I messaged her immediately. I was like, guess what?
Yes. Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, it's exciting. And it's like what I said too, like, some of my best relationships have come through fitness. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, you have this one thing in common, but it really is a lot more than just, I like to work out.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did like a deeper voice for that, but I did.
Because, you know,
that's how dudes are.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm going to go get some nachos.
But like you said, it's not just dudes.
It's not just dudes. And it's not just working out. It's like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
I just also want to mention some of the other people who are donating.
For sure.
Chalk Zero flavored peanut butter. I think I had said, the pizza place was Deli News Pizza. That's donating pizza for the day of the event.
Nice.
Cheat meals.
Hopefully for those people who have a cheat meal that day by their coach, as long as it's approved. I also have, I'm sorry.
I have the spreadsheet up.
Oh, okay, good.
Spreadsheet.
I told you.
P28 foods.
So people who are attending and donating: Definition Sports Massage, Flex and Bites, Limitless Aesthetics, NutriShop Long Beach. We're getting donations for raffles by Illusions by Aggie, Spudsy Foods, Flavored PB Company, Tan Creations, P28, Chalk Zero, Real Good Foods, The Shoe Fairy, Mark Bell Slingshot, Super Coffee, Toxic Angel Bikinis, Ohio Hana, Devotion Nutrition, Iconic Protein, and the X Bands.
Wow, what a little thought.
And then we have catering donations. But wait, there's more. Protein Donuts, Deli News Pizza, Iconic Protein, and Enlightened Ice Cream.
And then Sparkling Ice Water.
Wow.
It's crazy how, like you just said, a small little idea that turned into this right here.
And just all it took was I slid into all of their DMs first.
Yeah.
DMs and can sometimes be successful.
Followed up by email. But like, that's all it took is just, well, why not I ask for donations? If they say no, they say no. If they say yes, great.
It's funny because it all goes down to the microwave thing.
Just asking.
Ask. Just do it. Because it would never ever happen if you didn't go out there and just do it. Just ask. What are they going to say? No, and then you don't do it.
You're back to where you were.
And is it fair to say that this is the first annual?
First, I hope this would be even more than just the annual thing. Maybe like, during the summer, maybe during the winter type of deal. Maybe like a seasonal deal. If this one goes well. So go June 22nd, Saturday, Long Beach. Be on the lookout for more information. Dani_fit_unicorn. And also at
Desye, DESYE 11, Desye 11.
And you can also follow the hashtag Sun, Sand, and Muscles.
Sun,
that's a good one.
Sand, and Muscles.
Yep.
And muscles.
Yeah, we thought about that one. thought.
That was all Des.
Yeah.
That was all Des.
What about the Thick and Tight?
Oh,
Is that a company that you guys are creating?
Oh,
okay.
We're Team Thick and Tight, and that actually came from a conversation with Fernando.
Okay.
We were both prepping with him. She was doing her bulk. I'm still doing like my cut or whatever it is. And you hear girls say, oh, slim, thick, or I want to be like skinny, but all thick in the right places. And we both sent him progress pics once, and he made a comment, or he commented to me about like, oh, I'm thick, I'm thickening up, or I'm still thick and I'm tightening up in certain areas. And he said, she's looking tighter, even though like we didn't lose weight, but we were looking tighter. And we're like, oh yeah, thick and tight. Thick and tight. Like, that's us. I don't want to be slim, thick. I want to be thick, and I want to be tight. Just I'm good.
And it's stuck.
So it's stuck. So now
that's good.
Like you'll see a lot of our pictures. We hashtag thick and tight. Yep, we're Team Thick and Tight. I got the shirts made for her competition that she did recently. I had Israel make them.
Those are the shirts.
Thick and Tight. Yep.
Yeah. That's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That is cool.
It sounds like you guys have it all planned out, and it's a good thing.
It is.
Like I said before, when I first seen it, I was like, this is gonna be big.
Yeah.
I just know it. You know.
Yeah. And even if it's not like an annual or quarterly or seasonal thing, it's just friendships. The friendships and relationships that will come out of it.
Yeah.
Totally.
I really think
it's not only that, and then also the ideas. You probably you're gonna. I mean, like you said, if everything comes out right, the motivation that other people are gonna get from it too. You know, they come into it. They have ideas too. Everybody has ideas that no one puts into fruition.
That's what my fiance had mentioned. He's like, babe, you're gonna start something.
Yeah.
Like, just watch. Like, you're gonna get into this, and you're starting something.
Yeah.
And I was just like, he had said, you're gonna be famous. You're gonna be really well known in the fitness world. And I was like, I don't care about that. That's not what I'm doing it for. I was like, I want to bring everybody together. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the unicorn.
That's good. It's the unicorn, definitely. Well, I wish you guys all the luck with everything you guys are doing.
Thank you.
I agree 100% with your fiance. I just, it's going to be big.
Thank you.
I just see it.
So
much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Any more plugs, you guys?
Thank you for our free hats.
Our hats are
cool.
sicker, and you saw how excited we got for these.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a pink person.
We should have got him some tank tops too. This is a.
Come on, you dropped the ball.
I know.
Thought we were ending on
when
a
we
good
talk
note.
about our relationship podcast, then we'll get the
The IOUs.
The IOUs, yeah. But thanks again. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. And it's Sun, Sand, and Muscles.
Hashtag Sun, Sand, and Muscles.
And then
Women's bodybuilding meetup,
June 22nd,
Saturday, Long Beach. More info to be announced from our pages. Just make sure you follow them. Dani with 2 eyes _fit_unicorn.
Desye11 DESYE11.
There you guys have it.
There you go. How We Talk Podcast, all one word.
See you later, guys.